Hello, and welcome back to the Coach-Pupil League. As always, my name is Cold Warpgates, and I'm here to bring you another group of games. These are going to be games from Week 3, the week that just finished being played. And as you can see, we're going to be looking at games from Tier 1 between the GO.S.U team and Too Furious. There's a lot of CPL mainstays in this group, a lot of recognizable names. Like I always say, I'm sure that these are going to be some really good games here. And that being said, let's get right into it. We're going to start with Too Sexy for You against Bojack. If I can hit the button correctly. Here we go. Alright, here in the top right of Eclipse, fighting for Team GOSU. It's the yellow Protoss Too Sexy for You, also from the clan Rev. And in the bottom left, fighting for the team Too Furious and repping clan of me. It's the Black Zerg Bojack. So Bojack, I know, is a very strong Zerg. Back in the day, helped me practice my PvZ a lot. So I'm sure we're going to get some good play out of him. Looks like we're going to see a Forge expand here from Too Sexy. Very standard. So we're here on Eclipse for the first game of every series. I don't want to call it like a controversial map, but people have a lot of strong opinions about this map. I think people might be done playing on this map. Like they might have had their fill of it, but we're gonna play the season with this in the map pool. It is a two-player map, as you can see. That has pretty big implications on every matchup. Not only in the ability to scout, but in the expansion layout and the overall number of expansions that are available. It's kind of funny, like this kind of looks like a PvZ from like 2 or 3 years ago, before Gateway Expand got really big, and before Hatchery first got really big. So we're just seeing Forge Expand against Overpool. But both of these builds are completely fine. I actually don't know if you can go Nexus first and then Cannon on Eclipse. I'm not sure. But it's totally fine to get the cannon before the Nexus. Oh, Scouting Probe getting attacked here. Dude, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at keeping my Scouting Probe alive. But I have recently heard about this trait, which is probably like 20 years old. And we might be what we see here from Too Sexy for You, where while you're in the Zerg's main, send the probe out, and then shift Q it, like shift right click on a mineral, so that way it'll walk over here and then go back. And I think it's what we're seeing here from our Protoss hero. Checking out the third base, making sure it's there, and gonna head right back into the main. See if we see the lair start. Yeah, it was drilled through. Very nice. Bojack hasn't made any big decisions yet. Oh, never mind. Right as I start saying that, gets the lair. So it doesn't look like any 3-hatch Hydra shenanigans here. Probably going to go to a very standard 3-hatch Spire into 5-hatch Hydra. I'm sure we'll see Too Sexy for You get that Stargate as soon as the core is done, and then start working towards those speed zelts with +1. Checking again on the third base. I think this probe is just like on a big shift-clicked set of orders there. There's a chance that we see 263U skip the Stargate, go straight for Citadel. But I think if you see a quick lair like this, you're not going to feel comfortable writing off Nidas as a possibility. And there we go. There is the Stargate. Handful of links crossing the map. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting. So only one Zealot from the Protoss. So definitely not any big aggression or like pokes going to come out here. But also a very early Goon, which itself isn't that unusual. But you don't usually get a Goon when you get the Sarah, because usually you get that first Goon to kill the Scouting Overlord. And also unusual is a Robo at 5 minutes. So it's not going to be the normal, like, a +1 Speed Zealot attack. I think we might be about to see Corsair Reaver. That might be what we're seeing here, because we have +1 air coming. We have those Corsairs coming. So I'm pretty hyped to see this if it is Corsair Reaver. Don't know why else you would get this Robo so early. The only thing that makes me think it's not Corsair Reaver is a fast +1 upgrade on the ground weapons, because that actually does not affect Reavers. But I don't know why else you get this shuttle. Yep, here we do have the support bay. So Corsair Reaver is something that it's kind of like a very map-dependent strategy, and it's like very micro-intensive. It's good on like island maps or like semi-island maps. But I mean, there's no real reason you can't bring it out somewhere else. It's going to be very demanding on the Protoss in terms of micro and multitasking. Now, I'm wondering, when we do get these Reavers, is this going to tell us more about the strategy that 263U is going to go for in this game? Because, of course, there are the 2 bases in the bottom right down here that each have one very small ramp to get to them, which can be very very easy to hold with Reavers on the high ground. So we could see the Protoss try to grab those bases really soon, or I guess much earlier than they would normally be taken, and try to get a huge lead on the Zerg in that way. And we have one Reaver done. The second Reaver is on the way. It doesn't look like we'll be fully committing to just Corsair Reaver. It looks like it's going to be more of the Goon Reaver, which is a bit more stable. It is going to come down to largely the micro of the Protoss, I think, to get the most efficiency possible out of these Reavers. Now, does Bojack know yet? Like, Bojack hasn't seen a Reaver just yet. Might see one now. Yes, does see one now. What is Bojack going to do with that information? I don't think Zerg has to do, like, they don't have to do anything too strange. Just get a lot of Hydras and some skirt try to kill a shot on them. We have these Hydras trying to break in here. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is exactly what the Reavers want to see. There are only 3 cannons, but look at these Scarabs go. Tons of damage on the Zerg. I think this is basically 263U's like dream scenario, where the Hydras come in here, they damage a few buildings but kill nothing. The Reavers get away. Look at that. 7 Hydras down just to the Scarabs. And probably a few more died to the cannons. So nice free bonus for the Protoss player here. Oh, I do remember there is one cool trick that Zerg can do. They can get burrow. So when the Reavers are dropped, you just burrow the drones, and they can't shoot them. And even if there is an observer there, like burrow drones don't get hit by the splash damage, I think. Is that correct? I don't know. Anyway, it's much harder to clear out a mineral line. But we're actually going to see 4 Reavers made and then 2 observers before a single shuttle. And this is a pretty extreme queuing going on here at this robotics. Maybe a few more gateways could be up here to spend some money. We do have Zerg taking this 4th base relatively early, but not too wild. Is this speed? No, transporting. Do we already? Oh, we are. Okay, so we have speed already. What are we gonna do with this transport? Maybe try to get into the main, take advantage of how slow Reavers are. Or maybe, you know, if Protoss does try to take these bases, being able to doom drop them will be a lot better than trying to go up that ramp. I think there was like an ASL game a few seasons ago, like it was like the first game of the season where Protoss like made a ton of Reavers and tried to just walk across the map, and it was really cool, but they still died. I'm kind of worried that's what we're seeing here, because Reavers without shuttles are so vulnerable. I mean, look at this, like each Reaver has the health of 1 goon, right? But they're way more important to the Protoss army right here. So I feel like 2 Reavers and 1 shuttle might be stronger than 4 Reavers. And we have Bojack setting up a flank here. Could lead to like a 270 degree surround here on this Protoss army. And that is where Reavers tend to struggle. Reavers do not like fighting out in the big open spaces like this against Zerg units. Look at this, a 263 is trying to be very careful here, trying to keep these Reavers covered, but here comes the flank. Is it enough? The Hydra is getting right on top of one of the Reavers, but so many Hydras are going down. There's a reinforcing wave of goons. And the remaining 3, the Reavers are able to get off several shots. But overall, I think Zerg is going to hold this enough. Yeah, with all of the Reavers being dead, goons have to leave, and Zerg lost a ton of Hydras in that fight. But you can see that the drones are caught up. We have 13 Hydras coming along. We have more upgrades coming for Zerg. 263 is going to have to go back to their natural and think about what they're going to do to get back in this game. The Templar Archives is basically starting just now at 12 minutes. This is when Protoss wants to be setting up their 3rd base. Oh, which we actually are doing here. Flying a shuttle to make a base, like it's me playing against the computer in like 2002. Because like at the same time when I was a kid, I would like I would get scans to scout the map because I didn't want to send out units. And then you just fly shuttles to random islands and take bases and hope the computer doesn't find you. But I don't know if Protoss is going to get a chance for that to pay off here, because Zerg is not pumping the brakes whatsoever. These Hydras are coming back for more. There's only 1 Reaver, and it's doing so much damage to these scares, but actually the goons are getting in the way. I think Protoss has enough to hold on for now, but the supplies are dangerously close. Zerg is up to 4 bases. Storm is just now started. Oh, we even have 2 Scourge here. Oh my god, are we going to have like 8 probes loaded to a shuttle to transfer down here and then fly right into this waiting Scourge? That would be heartbreaking for Protoss. And we have this Overlord here scouting the space. There's no Reavers up here. There's no Templar. And honestly, this isn't a ton of cannons. Like, Hydras could charge up there and break and kill that base. Would not be too difficult. Oh no, we have lurkers. We have a lurker contain. Oh my god, I hate this. This is such a miserable experience for the Protoss. Now, that being said, Reavers and like 5 Templar, if there was you know, if Protoss ever had a chance at breaking out of a lurking contain, it would be with Reavers and Storm, right? So thank you for the follow, Kimura. I think we played a few games like several years ago. I think I have some replays on my computer with your name on them. Alright, so this is going to be pretty rough here for Protoss, but this is a huge army. Oh god. Okay, it's 4 Zealots, not quite 8 probes, but not what you want to happen. Oh, and there was a drop behind the mineral line here, so this base basically doesn't exist. So Protoss has to make something happen. This is a huge army, but Zerg continues to back up here. 16 Hydras in production, and the Reaver gets dived on, but not before some storms do tons of damage to the Zerg and Zealots alike here. Oh my god, these Hydras are eating like every storm. I think the Observer is like slightly too far back. It doesn't reveal these lurkers at all. No. Protoss takes a ton of damage, but you do have to be really careful with your Observers, because when they get sniped, that's another like 30 to 40 seconds before you can actually break out. Okay, we got HatcheryCake here as well. Excited to cast your games later. Look at this. Oh my god, the goons are so stupid. Oh, dude, I'm being traumatized by this game. I hate lurking contains so much. Why are naturals so small? This is actually one of the bigger naturals in the current map pool, I think. But like, oh my god, like Neo Sylphid has the tiniest little naturals, and it's so obnoxious when you have to have like 150 supply army jammed in this little space before you can actually break out of a contain. Oh my god, the 2 Observers get picked off immediately. This is such a huge deal for Protoss. Every second matters here when you're contained. And it sucks more when that Robo like wants to be making Reavers, but I think this might just be the end of Protoss. Mining is done in the main. Very close to being done in the natural, and there's still so many lurkers. There's 9 lurkers here. Now they are pretty stacked, so like, I don't know, like 4 storms I think would kill all of them, but they have to be pretty perfect to pull that off. And they are going to get spread out here by Bojack, so Bojack not going to get wiped out that easily. That 2-6 Freeze trying to just run out of here and dodge is contained, but the angle is not quite there. Trying to come save the 3rd base, but these Hydras gonna pick off the stragglers of this force. Oh my god, scourging the Observer. That's just rude. That's not cool. And we had, I think those Hydras that were behind the mineral line actually morphed into lurkers. This one somehow, this is like the longest cannon shot I've ever seen. This one is safely tucked back here, not even in vision. It's gonna have like 10 health left. Do we have another storm? We do. Alright, so mining can resume here at the 3rd base for Protoss. Oh my god, we keep seeing double-digit Hydras constantly in production here from Bojack, and the supply is up 20 for Zerg. Oh, I thought this was going to be like full lurkers or something. Yeah, but look at this. Mining is done in the main and natural. So basically, it's a 1-base Protoss on an 8-probe income. You know, 8 or 9 against a 4-base Zerg who's covering just about all of the potential bases here that could be taken. Oh, this Observer. This is a very brave Observer, but all of the Overlords are back. Oh, no, don't. Alright. Makes it out here. We have so much. We have so many probes on gas. There was some discussion in the Protoss Help channel in CPL if it's sometimes better to have 4 probes on gas. I'll leave that to you to decide, but I can tell you that, what is this, like 24 probes on gas? I can tell you that's not going to maximize your, you know, your efficiency, is what I'm trying to say. Then we do have the Queen's Nest on the way for Zerg. Oh, we got a storm somewhere. Oh, okay, we got a storm poking at the front. This lurker drop, like, okay, like, what are you gonna do here, dude? There's literally no mining. These probes are actually worthless right now. But it doesn't matter. They're still gonna die. Oh my god. It's a massacre here in the natural. The vacationing probes get slaughtered by the lurkers. There's still so many units. And 2 seconds for you. Taps out, trying to show off with the Goon Reaver strategy, but Bojack handled that very well. That's going to put him up 1-0 in this series. Let's head to game 2 on Neo-Sylphid. Alright, here in the top middle of Neo-Sylphid with the OP mineral patches. It's the brown Protoss, too sexy for you. And in the bottom left, victorious in the game 1. Yeah, in the first game, fighting for 2 Factory Furious. It's Bojack in the Yellow Zerg. So I don't expect we'll see the Reavers again from Protoss. I think when that happens, you're just going to go back to your default strat. Now, I mentioned it earlier, but the naturals on this map are so tiny and so awkward. Oh, wait, oh. Well, we're not going to have to deal with the natural for a little bit here because we're going for something 1 base from Bojack. Now, normally, like 9 times out of 10, if it is a 1 base build from Protoss, it's going to be 2 gateways, Megan Zealots. There are a few other possibilities that we could see here. Yeah, I don't know what kind of savage would go for 2 gateways in PvZ on this map. I just can't think of anybody that would ever do that. Alright, we have 1 gateway down. We don't have the gas just yet. Looks like Bojack is setting up to get that. Ooh, not? Okay. Possibly not getting the hatch. Oh, yeah, here we go. I was very confused with the Zerg doing 1 base as well. And it is the 2 gate, and as Naka points out in the chat, it's kind of weird with Zerg, because you would think that getting the spawning pull first would be better at dealing with like 2 gate and things like that, but actually going for hatchery first just means that you get more larvae to deal with them, so it's a lot harder. Where's the cell going? Is it not? Why is it taking like a different path than the drone? Don't they normally go through here? I don't know. I hope this cell isn't just completely misrallied. But it's eventually heading over here to the Zerg base. There's already plenty of lings, so this first zealot is going to have to chill. Yeah, zealots 2 and 3 here waiting. Now the thing with this 2-gate build from Protoss is it's all about tempo. It's all about making Zerg spend larva on lings while you can make both zealots and probes. But you absolutely have to keep your zealots alive. You can't just throw them away. You can't have 1 zealot get surrounded by lings. You have to keep the threat alive here. And like, we have a 260 for you trying to block off the choke here while also fighting the lings, and Bojack is getting pretty good value here. but doesn't manage to kill any of these zealots just yet. We actually have a very quick layer here, not even a third hatchery or sunkens in the natural for Bojack, so absolutely no fear there. And we have a quick forge. It looks like it'll just be leading into an expansion. They're not going to try to take up on one base or anything like that. Alright, we have the sunken colony here. Should finish just in time for these zealots. But this is quite a few of them. This is 7. This is the number where you really do want to move out with. But several of them are bruised, and some of them don't even have their complete shields here, so definitely intimidating to engage. But I think when there's like 7 zealots and 10 zerglings, like if Protoss doesn't win that, then this game is dumb, right? Then it's just broken. At home, we do have the natural nexus going up with some reinforcing zealots. But here is the real problem with the 2-gate build. Look at the spire is done. Gas isn't even done yet for the Protoss. So yeah, we could maybe get a bunch of cannons in the mineral lines, but that's not really what you want against mutas, right? That's not ideal. If Bojack is really active with them, might be able to find an angle that the cannons don't cover. Maybe hit these cannons, completely take out the production capabilities of the Protoss player. And, you know, these mutas will be able to kill any zealots that cross the map. So definitely a scary situation here for the Protoss. And the anti-6 for you is adding just a few cannons here. I think this one is more to protect the front than to protect the mineral line. We have zealots running around the map trying to check for hidden bases. But, man, this kind of stuff is why I stopped going for the 2-gate. Like, if it doesn't win, it feels really bad. It's so hard to transition back into a normal game. And again, like, I feel like there was a window where the Protoss should have, like, mathematically should have been able to attack there. But it's hard to know that when you're actually in the game. The first 2 mutas are on the way. The Stargate actually getting up much faster than I expected. But 2 seconds for you is still going to have to rely on these cannons, at least to buy time to make more Corsairs. I don't see any Scourge just yet, so it's not like the first Corsair will get sniped immediately. But it's going to take a long time to build up to the numbers to threaten these mutas. There you see, it's really not feasible to cover all of the ground that you need to cover with cannons. Look, when you're trying to build goons to fight mutas, that's never good. Goons are so bad versus mutas. It's disgusting. Not only are they bad versus mutas, like, they might not even really help you in the ground fight. Like, they aren't really good at all versus lings. They're good at supporting versus Hydralisks, but they're not enough on their own to fight Hydras, really. So these goons, I think, is a sign that the Protoss is in bad shape. Finding this Overlord, though. A nice small victory. Going up to 4 hatcheries here is Bojack. Making some Scourge here. Just try. Oh, actually, 5 hatcheries. Getting a few Scourge, trying to perhaps kill all of the Sairs at once to maintain that air dominance. See, as this game is developing, I'm surprised by like how little damage Bojack has tried to do here. I feel like maybe if the Scourge were made earlier, could have taken out some of the Corsairs. But as it is now, like, okay, we're only just now getting the Hydra Den, and the Templar Archives just finished. So I feel like Too Sexy For You is going to be ready for the follow-up. Like, it's going to be in a good position later in the game. Now we have these 4 Corsairs here against only 5 Mutalisks. They are going to get driven away. Oh, and some decent moving shot here from the Protoss. The Mutas are forced out. Now I'm really worried about the state of Bojack's army. We do have lurkers coming, but the first wave of Hydras is up just now. Do we have a Robo? Okay, we don't have a Robo, so anytime that you don't have detection versus lurkers, obviously you're not feeling too good. Hey, we got AgGe in the chat, excited to cast those games later. Got a decent force of Zealots trying to cross the map here. Perhaps find this third, which actually currently is undefended. There is this small forest of Hydras that just came out. I don't even think they have speed, though, which might make it hard for them to defend this base. And look, Too Sexy For You knows this is here. I think he's going to be able to shut this down. Now, one problem here is that there is only a small, narrow ramp, and Bojack does not even want to fight it at all. Bojack just taps out. Whoa, that game did not end the way that I thought it would. So that 2-gate, like, kind of dealt, like, indirect damage. It didn't do, like, it killed almost nothing. But, it seems like Bojack just didn't know quite how to deal with that game as it went on. That's going to bring it to 1-1, so we're going to go to Game 3 in the first series here. Here on Polypoid. Alright, here we go. In the top right of Polypoid, in the weird fleshy color, this is our player Bojack, trying to close out this series. And the bottom left, in the purple this time, is the Protoss player Too Sexy For You, trying to bring it back. Trying to come from behind here and win this series for Team GOSU. Alright, so compared to the first 2 maps, Polypoid is like the standardest of all standard maps right now. It's kind of replaced Fighting Spirit in that way. Very solid macro map. It does seem like we're going to see a fast expand build here from Too Sexy For You, and if this probe mining is any indication, it's going to be gateway first. So Too Sexy For You is going to be doing basically like 3 different builds, 1 in each game, which is I don't know if that's good or not. Like in terms of practice, it's harder to practice, but it also might keep your opponent off balance. I think it's like especially good to follow up a 2-gate game with a gateway expand, because it's possible that your Zerg opponent could see the first Assault come out and then think it's 2-gate again, and then like make Sunkens or something that they shouldn't do. Just seemed like another overpull opener here from Bojack. So Bojack, on the contrary, is going to stick to the same build, Peach game, which I think is fine. Ooh. Where's... Oh, no, I thought the probe was going back to the protest space. It's not what we're seeing. So it is cross map. Oh, and look at this. There's actually 4 links made. I think Protoss should not send the Zealot. Or maybe like send it and then try to run to an Overlord and then go home. Just to make the Zerg think that you're going to cross the map, but actually don't cross the map. Because one Zealot is not going to get too much done against 4 or 6 links. But having forced them to make the links is a good thing. Now, I do... Okay, we saw this a lot in the preseason, and then we stopped seeing it. This is the CPL special here. You go for the gateway expand, and then you panic and get the forage when you don't need to. Now, if it was like a 9 pool, or something worse than that, then yeah, get that forage. Just to help block. But against an overpool, you can get the Nexus and then get the Forge, right? Like, I think Too Sexy for You just completely misread what the Zerg was doing with that, like, big pro pool. Not too bad for the Protoss, but delaying the Nexus is not ideal. Now, back at home, we actually have no gas from Bojack. I don't know if this is intentional. I don't know if this is a mistake. Maybe... No, it's not. Okay, so we are going to 4 or 5 hatch Hydralisk. Which is like a very... It's like a... You make a ton of drones, you make a ton of Hydras, and not much else. So you delay your tech a lot just to get out all of this production. Is Too Sexy for You going to scout this, and then how are they going to deal with it? There's 4 Zealots that are pushing on the map now is a great thing. Like, it's already made 4 pairs of links made. That's 4 drones that will ever be. And this, yep, this is good. These Zealots just turn around, no need to lose them. And now we can get it home. So what is the tech going to be? It looks like it's going to be a Stargate, because Protoss has not been in Zerg main for a long time, cannot confirm the gas. He's not there, or is only just now there. But getting 1 Corsair against this build is not bad, but you definitely don't want to lean into it too much. I think you just want to put as much money into Speed Zealots as you can. We did see Bojack set up a Lurker Contain in Game 1. And I think the best way to avoid that is to just never give the Zerg map control. And you can do that with lots of Speed Zealots. You know, like 3 or 4 gateways. Look at that. 7 drones coming up. Zerg is quickly going to run ahead of the Protoss. Bojack has complete vision of any units moving out of the Protoss base, so knows that he can just drone safely here. The first Hydras are coming with the speed upgrade. Doesn't seem like we're going to see a big commitment to air here. There's no air weapons coming. Just the 1 Crusader Scout, it looks like, which is fine. Oh, never mind. Well, we got 2. 2 is okay, too. I think it's probably going to get canceled if we see that it's 5 Hatch Hydra. Meantime, we got Storm coming along. We have a cannon, just in case it's Spire. You want to defend your Stargate. Alright, so having seen that this is still a hatchery, Too Sexy for You should know what this is. It's not a 3-hatch Hydra, because that would have come already. I'm kind of worried, because this looks like the way that I would have played, like, a few months ago. I didn't know what to do about 5-hatch Hydra at all. I thought that you just had to give up map control and, like, get these cannons and get Storm, but I was coached this season to pump out those gateways and make a ton of zealots, so you can actually kind of fight the Zerg blow for blow. And I think this is just going to give Bojack like free reign to get all the drones that he wants, work up to a ton of Hydras. Now we have one DT sticking out here. There's no Overlords here. Ooh, it's not going to see out. It's just going to try to clean up as many of these units as possible. He's going to force them to pull back here and then try to find some damage on the map. But Bojack has placed his Overlords well. Ooh, there's even one in the main. Like, frequently, you see Zerg, they don't put any Overlords in the main because they don't want to defend that area. You know, they want to try to cluster them so that they only have to have 2 groups of Hydras in their own base. And that does give you the opportunity to drop in the main of Zerg. That is one way to deal with this late gas style from Zerg. Alright, we got those High Templar coming. I think we saw Storm in the queue already. I need to get better at watching that. Alright, look at this. We have a huge army here from Bojack, and even there's a few more units here hiding under the rallied Overlords. Now, if we do have 4 Storms here, 4 Too Sexy for You, don't think he's in any danger of being busted. We have seen some good Storms earlier in Game 1. Ooh, and the GT is back. Being really annoying, but speed for Overlords is almost done, which will help Bojack not be hassled by this one Cape Boy. Oh my god, so many Templar. Alright, this is too many. Like, oh god, we have 7? Yeah, that's way too many. Like, I think like 4 is what you want. And just you have to try really hard to keep them alive. Because, like, are you really going to be able to storm from all 7 of your High Templar before they get sniped? Right? And then, like, you know, you're at some point you need, like, Zealots and Goons to actually finish the fight. So I'm pretty worried for Protoss here. Something has made Bojack suspect there's a base in the bottom right, because we have a ton of units headed over here. But there's nothing. And oh my god, look at this, like, fanning out of Overlords. Getting so much map vision right now. I guess probably, like, headed for different expansions on the map. There's nowhere for a DT to hide on this map right now. Look at the map vision of Bojack. This is nuts. This is ridiculous. But also, Bojack has never been in the main at all. Like, has just seen this wall at the front. Oh, the gateway's being torn down. I mean, 260 for You is ready to fight, but Bojack is already ahead on supply here. Ooh, a big storm, and the small number of lurkers is clumped up too. There's no observers, so we're going to see some godlike storms kill these lurkers. There's no robo, right? I don't think we've seen a robo. Oh, hey, okay, here it is. And the observatory is coming, but this is going to be more time for Bojack to reinforce this force out here. But 260 for You might be able to start a third here. And this is a big deal. Oh, but this flank trying to come in here and surround the Protoss army. Templar getting sniped. Some decent storms, but I don't know if it's enough, especially with all of these lurkers showing up. 260 for You getting sandwiched here on the high ground mineral, the third base. There's no observers yet. Oh no, this army is going to get cleaned up here. And we're back into a situation like we saw in Game 1, but now there's no hidden third on the map. What you see is what you get in terms of the Protoss economy. Okay, here's the observers. Are they, like, not rallied, or...? Nope, they're just kind of coming out. Definitely unfortunate here. Look at these, like, small clusters of units here. Caught outside, not able to rejoin the main base. Hydra's dodging these storms. Alright, with this observer, we're going to try to break out here. And actually, most of Bojack's army was brought back to fight that small group of units, so this might be the window that 263U needed to break out. The Templar gets sniped as soon as the Hydras come back. Oh my god. Miserable for the Protoss. And look at this. Look at how easily the Hydras clean up just goons that are by themselves. Very brave Zala heading out there. We're about to have actually +1 attack and +2 armor for the Protoss, but there's not that many units to actually benefit from it. Meantime, we're about to have 2-1 for the Zerg. Is the oh no, the +2 armor is denied. Like 10 seconds before it was going to finish. Now we have, again, so many lurkers. There's no Reavers to help this time. A lot of High Templars have died. How much mining is even left? Oh, just the absolute dregs of minerals here. It's not much better in the gas department. And Bojack is up 20 supply. About even on workers, has a 4th base up with a ton of hatcheries. Bojack's looking really strong in this game 3 right now. Alright, here comes Too Sexy for You again. Oh, I think that was a double storm. Not what you need right now when it's all so tight. Goons are going down, and goons is what you absolutely need to deal with these lurkers. Like Zealots that run out here are just going to get chewed up. There's even a Spire coming, I think, to make Scourge. Oh my god, and a hatchery! I didn't even know you could build a hatchery there. It's like too close to actually be good. It's more like a BF thing, I think. It's kind of funny. The Manor hatchery. Might be the last charge of the Protoss here. Observers pulling back before they get sniped. Some decent storms here, but look at how small the army is behind the storms. And Bojack just keeps reinforcing this contain here. Starting to get better and better trades here for the Protoss, but is it? I don't think it can be enough. Observers goes down. Probe. This probe really wants to fight for some reason. Must be in the control group by accident. Oh my god, it's so miserable. Like, Protoss won't die for a long time, but they're definitely not gonna come back and win this game at this point. Like, how many minerals we have left? You would go with, like, I don't know, like less than 500 minerals here. It's so miserable. The Bojack is so comfortable. Look, we have a 5th base on the minimap. Look, it's even done. There's creep there. Drone's getting ready to mine that gas, make even more lurkers. Scourge are coming just to hunt down any observers. G.O.S.U trying to find damage wherever they can find it. I mean, to be fair, there's Zerg everywhere, so you can always get a storm off, but oh my god. The upgrades have stopped on the Protoss when that Forge died, but we have 2-2 for the Zerg. Starting to get +1 for the melee attacks. In game 1, we saw a Bojack go for the Hive, I think to add Defilers, but it doesn't seem like that'll be necessary here. There you go, just 2 seconds for you, taps out with the extra manner, and Bojack takes this first series, claims it for 2-2 Furious. Alright, let's get that. Alright, I'm back. Let's get into this game here. It's going to be a TVT, so I know you're all super excited. Between Theseus and NCX. Alright, here we go. In the top right of Eclipse, as always, sporting the magenta Terran, it's Theseus fighting for Team G.O.S.U. And in the bottom left, in the bluish-gray Terran for 2-2 Furious, it's NCX. And if you've watched, like, any CPL stream, you've seen these guys hanging out in the chat, especially NCX. He's like in like every stream. Just thanks for you in the chat. It seems like you missed your series, but you were the first ones cast, and this is number 2. And it's a good thing that this is a TBT, because I have plenty of time to complain about what's bothering you right now. So, like, it's been like a cold spring. Like, it was like 30s and 40s for a long time, and then last week, finally, it was warm. Like, we had a day where it was 80. It was like 70 for most of the time. It was great. And now it's back down to 40, and I hate it, because, like, I got used to it being cold, and then it was warm, and now I'm like, not calibrated to the cold anymore, and it just feels like I'm freezing. It sucks. And look, I got that whole rant out, and nothing happened in this game. Like, we have depots and barracks from both players. So, as far as I know, Theseus has pretty much been a Terran player forever. NCX likes to change it up, plays different races each season, is pretty much the loudest advocate for being able to play random in CPL, but Snipe has decreed that it shall not be so. So NCX just has to pick something. It actually is like completely walling off here, which is pretty funny, because like, as a non-Terran player, I always tell Terran that they should wall off, because like, why wouldn't you? It feels so good to be safe. But then Terran players are like, no, like, it's not worth it. It'll slightly slow down my pathing like 20 minutes later in this game, so I can't be safe from early attacks. It's just not worth it. But now that NCX has the chance to play Terran, he's taking advantage of the walls. Whereas, like, Theseus is, like, just using this depot to slightly boost the SEVs and stuff. Now, I am curious, like, so why would you do that? Like, while in TVT? I know that, like, 3-fag Vulture is the thing right now. So maybe you just don't want the opponent's Vultures to get into your main. But actually, NCX is the one who's going to be going for 2 factories on 1 base, and Theseus is going for the 1-fag expand. And let me tell you, like, I've said this before, so many of the TBTs that I have cast in CPL have this pattern where it's one guy gets 1 factory and then expands, and the other guy goes for 2 factory push, and in all but like 1 or 2 games, the 2 factory push is lost. Now, obviously, I'm a Protoss player, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but it makes me wonder, like, is 2-fag even good? I don't know, maybe we're about to find out here. I'll go this perfect timing from NCX to block the Vulture. We do have NCX in the chat pointing out that they do have to 2-fag for the meme, because it is their team name, so you know what, alright. My team is the 4-pull lifeguard, so I can't really blame you for going for the meme build. The tank just pops that Vulture out of existence. And it looks like it's going to be just a lot of tanks. Like, was that siege mode that we just saw done? I was looking at it but not thinking about it. But we have 2 machine shops, and we're just making tanks, so it's just going to be tank men right now. And if any of the previous TBTs I've cast have told me anything, we're just going to see, yep, siege mode from Theseus, and then despite being down on tanks, is just going to have the better defensive position. And then eventually, with the expansion, just outproduce the opponent. But there are some things that can tap in to change that. Like Theseus could go for a starport, try to help fight the contain. NCX, it looks like NCX is going to get out at least a decent timing on the command center. We could see NCX go for raids themselves, try to control the skies and get vision and stuff on Theseus, try to pick off vulnerable tanks, but we have Theseus already with a Goliath here, try to shut that down. This bunker buying precious seconds here for Theseus to siege his own tanks. Oh my god, but the boys are pulled! Oh, that tank is annihilated. Focus fire down, and tank 2 goes down, but the SCVs are here. They're unrepairing these tanks. They're just unscrewing all the stuff. They're taking off all the welding, and they're just taking those tanks apart piece by piece. Is it enough? Can the boys do this? There we go. We have reinforcements from Theseus, but NCX just hates tanks. Like, it has a serious love-hate relationship with tanks, because as soon as there's a tank on the field, just right-clicks it. Does not permit it to exist. This command center might have to lift now. There we go. Oh my god, the Goliath. Like, 3 tanks, like, one-shots anything, I think. On the ground. Maybe, like, I think a Vulture might take one because of the medium size, but these tanks and Goliaths are getting blasted. And now NCX has the command center, but Theseus is getting this starport. I assume for Wraith, there's not that many units to drop, so I assume it's going to be a Wraith just to plink away at these tanks, or maybe try to kill some SCVs. We have turrets at home for NCX, but no Goliaths and no SCVs at the contain to build turrets. I wonder though, like, Wraiths are so bad, can you like land the barracks and produce Marines and eventually we'll just kill the Wraith? Oh my god. Speaking of landing the barracks, what the hell? Theseus sneaks the barracks into NCX's base, and I say sneak, but it's not even subtle. It's just here. It's not even in the corner. It's just here. The tank comes, actually pops these Marines. They aren't really being microed here, so they don't walk next to the tank. I think this barracks will just lift. Theseus, the madman, trying to find damage. Like, if you're gonna do that, like, at least like get an academy at home and get fire bats. They land it like here in the corners, so maybe you won't notice. Oh my god. Oh, we have Theseus in the chat putting out this Marine here out on the map. Killed, and the SCV coming to build a turret, actually allowing these Wraiths to pew down these tanks. Oh my god, and this Vulture kills that Marine, but that's actually huge. I'm really glad someone is paying attention to this game. It's like all these tanks are forced to go home. The armory and the starport for NCX are not done yet. And this is going to let Theseus get back on the map. The National Command Center, for some reason, flew all the way over here, but it is coming back. NCX is ahead 10 workers, which is a big deal. But losing these tanks is not going to feel good. Oh god, one turret. Yeah, the 2 turrets will absolutely annihilate these Wraiths. Alright, so what is going to happen in this game now? Oh, a misrelay tank. Alright. But NCX is getting a fast 3rd base here. So still ahead for sure. getting a control tower. That can be dropships? We do have an academy, so we could see scanners soon to deal with any potential cloak on these wraiths, but I don't think we're going to see many more of them from Theseus. Seems like Theseus is being very conservative here, just trying to control his own high ground, not trying to go all the way over here and like deny the third command center. NCX. Oh wait, hold on. What's the upgrade situation? Okay, so they're both still at 0. It's going to be about even though Theseus had the armory for much longer. It's more about the +2 for the tanks than the +1, because +2 makes tanks two-shot each other, which is absolutely massive. This third base for NCX is going to get up pretty much uncontested, and Theseus is just going to grab his own third base. Goliath getting the range upgrade just to bully this barracks out of the base for good. Did we see a Wraith for NCX in the production tab? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm just curious what the control tower is. Oh, it's right here the whole time. Just camouflage with the eBay. Ooh, this Wraith on hold position gets annihilated. The barracks is going to be in trouble as well, but it can be remade pretty easily. So we see NCX scan this third base, but Theseus has set up a strong defensive position here with plenty of vision, with the mines, with only a few tanks, but they're placed pretty dang well here. And of course, the path in the middle is blocked off. This no man's land valley that I feel like happens in every TVT. Oh, the Wraith gets shot down. It's a pretty big attacking force here from NCX. Is it enough to break this siege lineup down? It could be. This third base could be in danger here. A decent mine hit leaves the tank at 2 HP. The boys are going to fight again. No, never mind. They're going to run up the ramp. There's 2 more tanks here up on the high ground, and 2 more come from the natural. I think the attack has been stopped for now. But look, again, like, NCX just continues to try to be one expand up of Theseus. As a significant worker lead, too. Oh, there we go. There is a dropship. This could be one way for Theseus to change the momentum of this game. Drops are so huge in this matchup because they're so hard to clean up. It doesn't look like we're going to see like a big Doom drop. But just Vultures alone, as any Protoss player, or even Zerg will tell you, Vultures are excellent at killing workers. But later in these games, we'll see like, in this matchup, we'll see dropships like full of tanks and Goliaths and stuff. It's so hard to clean up. Does seem like NCX is staying at home here, keeping plenty of units in the main, and natural has a Wraith here to catch the drop. So Theseus is gonna have to turn around. I assume that NCX like scanned the control tower or something. Ooh, dropship gets killed before he can drop anything off, and there's a very, very ambitious command center here, which is actually going to be scouted by the this SCV from NCX. Alright, what if Theseus just pulls this SCV, goes to fight this one, and then finishes the command center? Oh no, that would be the Chad move, but instead Theseus is going to smartly retreat out of there, save the 400 minerals. 300, with the cancel. But look at this, NCX taking advantage of this little gap in the lines. Not able to charge up the ramp, but able to basically deny Theseus from adding 4 units to this third base, and also deny the fourth base at the same time. But not much in the middle here. Seems like Theseus is thinking about making a move out. Look forward to sieging up at the same time. Who's going to get the better trade out of this? I think NCX has the better vision with that scan. And Theseus scans, but it's just a few seconds too late. Theseus is going to have to back up to this high ground. We have Cloak on the way for NCX and a physics lab for Theseus. What? These are the earliest BCs I've ever seen. Like, I feel like BCs we only ever see when it's like split map. But like, there's literally no other reason to get the physics lab if you're not gonna get BCs. So I'm really surprised by that. It's bold. We have another dropship here being bullied by this raid, but being saved by the Goliaths. Somebody is scanning. I don't like in TVT. I can't keep doing the vision thing to keep track of who's scanning what. We have NCX continuing to grab bases here. Theseus looks like Theseus is going to pour more units down this middle path, trying to find an opening, and there's not that many tanks left here. Oh, and as we have Fuzzy Branch in the chat pointing out, +2 is getting close to being done for Theseus, but not even started for NCX. But before that can happen, Theseus is trying to bust out here. Manages to get several tanks set up on this side, but not without losing several of his own. Kind of just pushing the front forward a few inches here. Both players trying to deny the expansions from their opponent. We have Yamato coming. Do we even have a BC? Like, we're getting Yamato and like not a single battlecruiser is built, but we have 2 more starports coming down. I'm not sure I've ever seen 3 base BC. And there's already like so many Goliaths from NCX. Like, I'm kind of worried that Theseus is just gonna get slapped out of this game. But look, we do have a huge push here ready to go in the middle. These vultures could maybe scoot ahead here and use mines to clear out these tanks. It's gonna be enough. I'm not sure. These tanks are defending each other really well here, but it does buy time for Theseus' tanks to show up. Oh, there's a ton of raids here. Are there any anti-air capabilities nearby for Theseus? I don't think. Oh, here we go. We'd have some Goliaths scrambling to get over. 2 Goliaths is going to be enough, but several tanks have died. Do we have reinforcements on the way for NCX? Yes, we do. Oh, and we have a cloak here, but a quick scan from Theseus does shut that down. +2 is done for Theseus. NCX actually got the +1 armor, which might help with like vultures and Goliaths, but tanks do not care about 1 armor. Like, there it is. The first BC is coming. The 4th base is coming up for Theseus. I think like too far from the gas. Like, I think it could be here or something. I'm not sure. Will the race come to shut down this expansion? Is he actually getting value out of those? Still only 1 starport making BCs. Might have to mix in like some Valkyries or something to deal with all of the Wraiths. Oh yeah, look at this. We got 4. Oh, is NCX going into BCs himself? Yes. Alright, it's going to be the fastest BC against BC that you've ever seen. Somehow both players are going to get one of these bases, which is so wild to me in this game with like dropships and wraiths that you have bases like coexist this close to each other. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These SCVs, though, take a very dangerous transfer route, but somehow the tanks are just perfectly spreading out the damage here, not killing any SCV. Oh, but they were pulled way too early. Take some more free damage here. Meanwhile, there's some more explosions going on the map. Looks like Theseus made a slight move here. 3 battlecruisers in production for both sides. Looks like Theseus is gearing up to get that +3 attack. I don't think that we've seen Yamato from NCX, but forget about that because we have vultures here in the top left base, which is completely undefended. Killing some SCVs and putting Theseus ahead. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like the whole fire department outside my door right now. Hopefully there's nothing on fire. Alright, I kind of just want to see these BCs all Yamato each other. We have Theseus going for the ship weapons. Has got the Yamato already. I don't think we've seen it from NCX, and that is a huge deal. I want to see some like godlike cloning with these Yamatos here, and like a clutch, a D matrix to save the Yamato that got focused, or save the BC. Oh, the BCs are on the field. But there's like, this is still like a decent number of Goliaths, right? Like I don't know what the Goliath math is on BCs, but Goliaths are pretty damn good, but not going to fight all of this. The BCs are being supported by these tanks. As soon as NCX unsiege to retreat, Theseus pounced. It's clearing out this area. It's going to enable taking this high ground base and threaten the top left base, possibly even this base. Really nice reaction here for Theseus. With his dropship, came to the wrong neighborhood. Wasn't even loaded up. Ooh, and some Goliaths trying to reinforce for NCX. Run in these tanks, somehow kill a tank. Oh, we got BCs. We got BCs against BCs, and Yamato is on the field. Is there not enough energy? It's 150, right? I don't remember. It's been a long time, but not quite enough energy on the rest of these BCs to Yamato, but the remaining battlecruiser from NCX must retreat. The Theseus definitely getting the better end of this air battle, and I still haven't seen a Yamato for NCX. And I feel like Yamato is like half the point of having a battlecruiser. This attacking force from Theseus is not slowing down. I mean, NCX is just not able to bring defenders here in time. Theseus, whoa, my god, look at the supply. Theseus is way ahead. Oh, and NCX just taps out of the whole series. Wow, the Theseus, oh my god, that was really bad for Theseus. But you know what? I said it at the start. The 2-fac player will lose. Alright, it's the curse of the 2-fac. We'll ignore all of the other stuff that happened in this game. It's the, you know, I'm calling it 2-fac, bad build. And with the forfeit from NCX, I mean, that's going to even up the score between these two teams. We're going to go into series number 3 here. between I'm gonna say Cenderze, I don't know, and Naka, who we've seen in the chat today. And it is going to be a ZVZ, so we got all the mirrors today. Actually, I don't think we have a PvP, sadly. Alright, here we go. In the top right, in the purple Zerg. Fighting for Two Furious and Clan Nam, it's Naka. And in the bottom left, in the teal Zerg, on Clan Ash and Team GO.S.U, it's Cenderze. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. It could be Cenderze. Alright, so this is ZVZ. My general disclaimer is that I cannot predict how individual fights are going to go at all. So bear with me on that one. Now, what builds are we going to see? If you tune in a lot to me, you'll notice that I take a lot of breaks to get water. I realized like 10 minutes before the cast today that I could just take my water filter thing, like my tank of water, out of my fridge and bring it to my desk. So I'm going to fill it up right now, so we don't have to take a whole break for me to do that. That's production value right there. Now, what do we see here? It looks like it's going to be like a 12 hatch or possibly a 12 pool from both players. Definitely something more economic. And by I say 12 hatch, it's not that. It's going to be an over pool from Naka. And it looks like a 12 pool from Cenderze. So not too wildly different. Cenderze here is going to have slightly more drones. Or nope. Okay, no, you know what? I should just stop. I don't know what's going on with this matchup, guys. I'm Protoss. I don't know. So we have a second hatchery for Naka before the gas, whereas we have a gas before the second hatchery for Cenderze. So pretty similar build. And you know what? There you go. Once it's all settled, Cenderze has one more drone. There we go. I was right in the end. So pretty close here. I guess it's going to shake out that Cenderze is going to have the faster gas and spends that gas on link speed, not on a fast layer, which I think is reasonable. You want to take advantage of all this larva with these links here, and you haven't scouted anything yet. Like we're almost 3 minutes into this game, and the Overlords have only just now revealed, or like they're just now about to see their opponents, which is so wild. Both players are going to recognize that these are similar builds. We have the lair started for Cenderze. Oh, and it started just now for Naka. I think Naka went for lair before speed here. Oh my god, the luckiest sling in the world from Cenderze is going to get in the main of Naka. See everything. It's hard, you can't get like an exact timing on that lair, but Cenderze can see that they have speed and Naka does not. Naka's speed has actually just now started. So can probably math it out that, well, no, the lair from Naka is still behind. So I guess this build from Cenderze is just better. It just seems like it's doing better right now. That faster gas really paying off right now. So the lair is done. Oh, there we go. And the spire starts right away. Lair is done for Naka as well. A few links get cleaned up. Oh, we have a ton of links here coming in with the speed upgrade. Just seconds before speed finishes for Naka, but I think the numbers and the position is good enough for the purple Zerg here to hold on. Now both players have speed. Similar numbers of links on both sides. Some of Naka's links are stuck up on the ramp, but they do join the fight eventually. And now Cenderze is looking to be in trouble here. Like, lost a lot of links, and now Naka has a big advantage. There's no sunk. There's no mutas yet, so it's going to be hard to hold this. These drones might want to turn around. Not going to be a good place for drones anytime soon. Oh god, this drone! What are you doing? The drone. Go to the bait. Is Cenderze going to be able to make enough links to hold on to this natural hatchery? I don't think so. Wow, I think like this whole game is basically over now for Cenderze because of that overextension in the natural of Naka. Wow, a single muta is coming up. Actually coming out of this egg. That's pretty fun. Oh, is it actually going to finish? They're going to kill the egg? Oh my god. That sucks. The one muta gets denied. There's another one coming. Cenderze is broke. Oh, not even mining gas anymore. I guess absolutely desperate to get some minerals. And Naka takes a quick game 1 in the CPC. Which is on the right side. Let's head into game 2 here. Alright, in the top middle of Neosylphid, it's Naka in the purple Zerg. In the bottom right. In the slightly paler than normal blue, I think it's Cenderze. Maybe that's normal blue. I can't tell. Anyway. So this is a 3-player map here. And I point this out every time. It sucks. Like, I feel like it must suck when one player scouts in the right direction with the first Overlord and the other does not. Like, it's going to be a decent amount of time where Cenderze has an information advantage and Naka does not. Have any vision at all is what I've been trying to... Yeah, look. You get it. So last time we saw both players go for very similar, but not quite the same builds. Ooh. And Cenderze actually cancels the gas to get that 10th drone up. I think that's usually a sign we're going to see like a 10 hatch, more like a Ling all-in kind of hatch rather than a macro hatch. Whereas Naka goes for a 9-pool gas. So very different builds from both players here. Naka going to lean more into that tech, get that gas going, probably get a fast layer. Whereas Cenderze is going to use all these larvae to make a ton of links. Does not want to get outnumbered again. The words are about to reach their destinations. And that layer before speed for Naka is going to be very, very fast mutas. Will he be able to hold on against the eventual wave of speed links here from Cenderze? which is what I assume is we're going to see out of all these larvae. The lair is all, like, halfway done by the time Cenderze is going to start speed. Or their own lair, depending on what their plan is here. No, it is speed first. Speed has not even started for Naka. That gas is going to go straight into that spire. Trying to take advantage of this narrow choke here and this arc of links to hold off until the mutas can get out there. I feel like Cenderze like has to do something about this, right? Like, you see the spire, you know that your lair's not even started yet. Like, you have to get damage done and or like start to hurdle with spore colonies, because you're not going to catch up in a straight tech race like this, right? Here we go. The lings are starting to cross the map. Speed is almost done, but this is such a good arc for Naka, and it's like not even that. It's the same number of lings, I think, actually slightly more for Naka. So that Cenderze having trouble controlling the lings to actually fight through this choke. Oh my god, just Naka getting a great deal here, trading super well. Oh, there we go. Cenderze does break through. Is it enough? Yes, just barely to actually make it through the choke. We see more lings on the mid-map coming. The sunken colony is not quite done yet. Drones are in danger. One of them goes down. The spire and the sunken colony finished at exactly the same time. Naka does clean this up, and the drones are only equal. I think it was like one drone got killed for Naka. Now with the sunk up. Oh, one more drone does get sniped. There's more lings pulling up. More lings coming out for Cenderze, but we do see an Evo chamber and a spore. So Cenderze is not going to try to just close the game out with lings. He's going to get ready for the longer game here. Try to turtle up with the spores, get those 2 gas, and then eventually try to outproduce the mutas of Naka. Lings are coming back in here. Drones are drilled. Man, this SimCity is really nice, letting those drones get away from those lings and try to drill here and defend the sunken. But actually, quite a few drones do go down there. Naka is only down to 6. We have 9 for Cenderze. Spore Colony is trying to cover just about everything, and I think they do. I think this is like really tight SimCity here for Cenderze. Sometimes, oh, this is where we're getting to the wrong spore. There you go. Set 1 spore away from being hit there, from being killed, that is. And look, like Cenderze is free to just drone here. Has enough lings on the ground to kill any lings from Naka, and has these spores. Dude, Naka's gonna have a hard time finding opportunities to deal damage in the base of his opponent. Oh, but actually, the spore does not defend the mineral line at all. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Cenderze maybe try to make one with this drone, but oh no. There you go. This is what Naka needs to happen in this game. But look, even so, it's triple the drones for Cenderze. So I think it's just a matter of time before we see another spore here. Yeah, and the lings are trying to buy time, trying to force these mutas to retreat, or at least leave the natural. Oh, another drone goes down. Oh, God, another drone. 4 drones to 19. Oh, my God. Oh, no, it's a Hydra den. No, I feel like you could just get a lair and make more mutas, but oh my God, Cenderze is going for the Hydras. Thank you for the follow, Reward Dragon. Oh no, and the Overlords are misrallied here. Cenderze is going to lose a bunch of supply. Oh, there's no links to kill these 2 lings that are on the spore, and the natural of Cenderze could be in trouble here. Muta's coming to finish off the spore before the Sunken can save it. I think the natural is going to be completely shut down. You do 1 base to 1 base, and let me tell you, that's not what you want when you're the Hydra player. Like, when you go for Hydras, you're going for like just pure numbers of those things. This is giving Naka time to re-drone, but there's still an extreme deficit to make up here. It's so unfortunate. Like I was praising the Sim City here from Cenderze, where these 2 spores cover everything and each other, but that spore here just didn't cover this angle at all. And that was like the one thread in the knot that Naka pulled out to just completely dismantle at least the natural of Cenderze. Alright, a second hatchery is up. Cenderze definitely has enough money with 17 drones to make out of it. Has to make another spore here, and he's supply blocked from all of the overlords that wandered out of the safety of the spores. Naka, knowing that it's a long time before Cenderze can do anything, is going to get hit his own natural. Continue to make some drones. Has a good standing force of mutas, so not going to see like 2 Hydras cross the map and kill Naka. Oh, swooping in here, killing a drone, but losing a muta in the process. Wait, are there 2 Evos? Oh no, that's the Hydra range. Okay, I thought we had attack and Carapace going. Guys, we are 10 minutes into this EVZ. Is that even possible? We have 5 Hydralisks here for Cenderze. The lair is finally started, but what are you even gonna do with the lair? Like, get like the 2nd level of Carapace? Like, get your own Spire? I don't think so. Like, go for lurkers? I don't know. Get the Overlord speed? I don't know. Like, are we working up to Hive? Are we gonna get like Defilers? I don't know. It's gonna be a long time. Cenderze has enough Hydras here to try to be aggressive. Does get an Overlord for Naka and supply block him. I'm honestly not sure who wins the fight between 6 mutas. And it was 7 Hydras. 10 Hydras feels better. But I think with like clutch Micro Naka could still win this fight. I don't know what the lag was like for this match. Something to consider when we have players from all over the world in the CPL. Like now, Naka decides to make these 2 sunks in case Cenderze crosses the map. But the drone count is getting really close here. Cenderze trying to retake the natural. And it actually is getting a 2nd Evo now, so it's going to continue to pump out those upgrades. A Ling here from Cenderze does sneak across the map. Oh, he's going to get this undefended drone, maybe? No, the song's finished just in time. But, just scout what's going on. Give Cenderze a pretty good read on what's going on in the base of Naka, I think. Oh, range attack is done. I can't even keep track of what's going on with these upgrades. When did that happen? So now we're at 1-1 on the Hydras with +2 attack just started. Carapace is getting close to being done on these mutas wherever they went. Okay. Trying to find any opportunities to deal damage, but the Hydras from Cenderze are doing a decent job here. Drone count is just about equal here. Naka just a few behind with the natural gas much faster along. Oh my god. I didn't even see this. Naka got his own Hydra Den and is getting Lurker aspect. I don't think I've ever seen a Lurker in ZVZ. I've seen like one player go for Hydra. I've never seen another player get Lurkers to counteract their opponent's Hydras. This is going to be pretty sick. And we do have the Overlord speed upgrade coming for Cenderze. Might be aware of this possibility. Could bring some Overlords with the army, but it's still be vulnerable to being sniped by these mutas. And look at this, like Naka just finding little spots here and there where there's one Hydra out of position. Very nice. Players up to the absolutely titanic drone counts of 24 and 20. I wonder, like, was going for Hydras, was this Cenderze's plan the entire time? Or were they, like, forced into it by the way that the game shook out? Oh no, but the Hydra's completely out of position. Multiple drones going down. Just free damage with these mutas. Like, this kind of stuff is, like, why you don't actually see people go for Hydras, because the mutas are, like, just able to fly around and just be wherever the Hydras are not. Do we actually have any lurkers? Oh my god, we got lurker eggs on the way. Naka in the chat actually telling us to check out some of the kills on these mutas. Pretty high here. I wish it would like give me the consistent set here, but see that there's several kills on these mutas. Some of them are drones, some of them are Hydras, some of them are Lings, but shows that these mutas have been around for a long time. Both players going for the Queen's Nest. We got Burrow coming from Cenderze. Is that to like Burrow drones when the mutas show up? I'm not sure. Getting air attack for Naka. The hive starts immediately for Cenderze. Dude, I desperately want to see like a whole lurker like move or something. Just murder all these Hydras. That Spore goes down. Can make the main bitch a bit more vulnerable to drones Burrow, but it's more of like a flex because like the mutas are already leaving. Naka started his hive as well. It's Naka going for a third base. Imagine that. Oh, it's going to be like up here where it can be defended by lurkers. That's pretty sick. Alright, so I think that the hive tag from Cenderze has to be Defilers, right? That's what's going to pair it best with the Hydras. Put a big plague on the mutas or something. What is it going to be for Naka? I mean, it could be a Defilers of his own. like Darkstorm to protect the lurkers. Oh my god. There's so many. Yeah, okay, so we had Defilers. 4 Cenders. We finally have link speed at 18 minutes from Naka. And that makes me think it's gonna be like cracklings, like gonna be like Lurker Ling Muta. Like otherwise I don't know why you'd bother with speed upgrade at this point. Oh, it is gonna be Defilers. Somewhere. Here we go. Defilers for Naka as well. Maybe you're gonna see Adrenal Glands as soon as speed is done. Ooh, and the lurkers are here. We have a lurker contained in CVZ. Oh my god. Don't think Cenderze... No, it's just out of Cenderze's vision, especially right up here. But we did see the Overlord speed upgrade earlier, so... I think probably some Overlords will protect the Hydras if they ever move out. Just now the second gas is being taken. Oh my god, you can do so much with one gas with Hydramen. The third hatch is done for Naka. Droned up. Guess to start taking that third gas. Be super important for all these gas heavy units here in this phase of the game. I feel like Cenderze is like basically playing completely in the dark. There were like 2 Lings earlier, but earlier I mean like 10 minutes ago that ran in here when this natural was coming up. But other than that, like they haven't scouted anything at all. More hatcheries coming up. We're up to 5 hatcheries here on 2 bases, 4 Cenderze. The Defiler is out. It's consuming some Lings. Plague is being researched. Ooh, the Defiler's burrowed, trying to ambush those mutas. Cenderze, what I'm trying to do here. Cenderze has seen these lurkers. Oh my god. Plague's not done yet. Trap was set just a bit too early. Ooh, we are seeing melee attacks from Naka. I've been told that Ultras, you just don't go for them. So it's still Lings, but with Adrenal, it's going to be pretty brutal against these Hydras if there's no lurkers to protect them. Okay, so Plague is done for Cenderze. Oh my god, Plague it. Oh my god! Oh no, these mutas are just done for. Look at how fastly they die. Holy shit. So it was like 1 Defiler for over 1,000 minerals and gas. Pretty good. And all of the map control for Naka is gone. I mean, just oh, they're on hold position too, but Cenderze can see these lurkers with all of the overlords. The hold position lurker trap is foiled, and that's a huge play for Cenderze here. Oh my god, get the overlord over here. Here we are. We have Plague coming for Naka and a Nidus. Dude, somebody please clip all those mutas dying. That was obscene. There's a 4th base coming for Naka, but is he going to be able to haunt the bases that he has already? We have some lurkers here trying to come to defend this base. They get intercepted by these Lings. Oh, we are going to see Ultras. Oh my god. You're going to see like every Zerg unit in this game. Oh my god. Just Defiler for Naka ready. I honestly don't know if Dark Swarm... I guess, like, now that you have mostly cracklings, like, Dark Swarm would be... Yeah, if you have, like, Lings and Lurkers, then Dark Swarm should be pretty good for you. Just force Cenderze to back off for now. Ooh, some Lings are sneaking out through the Nidus Canal. Trying to see if there's any cheeky third bases or anything out on the map for Naka. Look at this. Look at this. How does it feel, Zerg? You can't kill anything under the Dark Swarm. How does it feel? We have Ultra Armor on the way. And transporting for Overlords is also being researched for Cenderze. Really trying to bust up here rather than charge at the ramp. Just doom drop this base. Defilers everywhere for Naka. We haven't seen any more of them since that sick one got the plague off on all the mutas, I think. Dude, I've never seen Lurkers or Ultras in ZVZ. Like, when it goes to Hive Tech, it's almost always like Greater Spire, a Devours, and maybe Defilers, but it's pretty sick. I like it. Oh, we have 3-3 done for the Hydras of Cenderze, too. Naka's trying to catch up with these upgrades. Get that melee attack going. But actually, I mean, these are going to be pretty beefy Hydras. Now, Lurkers don't really care, but the Lings are going to have a hard time fighting effectively. We're seeing the first set of Ultras coming out somewhere. There we go. Alright, Lings are trying to break out here, but don't think it's a good angle for them. Oh, never mind. Who cares about angles when you have Dark Swarm? Lamau. Now, there are still some Lings here for Cenderze that do have that +2 armor still, so they're able to fight under that Dark Swarm. Naka has to back out there. Another Nidus coming. Oh my god, no! That's a Nidus from Cenderze! Oh my god, the offensive Nidus from Cenderze is going to get in here, try to kill the important tech structures in the main base of Naka. There's some Ultras here, and they're so beefy. These Lings are going to have a hard time taking them out. I don't remember what building that was that just went down. Lurkers are here, but all of the Ultras are down. Cenderze, this is a huge play. I didn't even think of this. Oh my god. Absolutely insane levels of damage. All the tech is going down. Fireman is dead. The Ultra Cabinet is here, but do you even want more Ultras right now? The Dark Swarm, but like, wait, who even cast a Dark Swarm? I'm not even sure. This is the Defiler for Cenderze. The Ultras are here under the Dark Swarm. It was probably Naka, if I'm being serious. But oh my god, Ultras slightly strayed out of the orange cloud. We do have Lurkers here. I think this attack is gonna get cleaned up, but more units from Cenderze were at the front. Okay, all of the tech is gone except for Ultras. Even the spawning pool is dead. The hive itself did live, so it's going to be faster to rebuild that Defiler mound, but oh my god. I think this building was the Queen's Nest, by the way. Well, I wasn't sure what it was. Yeah, with the spawning pool being rebuilt at the third. Alright, what's going on back in the home base of Cenderze? We have a third base coming up. Just more Lings and Hydras coming out. A couple of Ultras are out on the map. Naka is definitely catching up with these upgrades. I think Ultras should be really good, right, against Cracklings, especially when these Cracklings don't have that much. They have no attack upgrade. Yeah, it's 1 damage per attack. This is pretty good. Alright, Naka choosing to rebuild the Spire somewhere. Here it is. Interesting. Are we going for the Spire? I guess we do already have several Defilers out. I'm not going for the Lurkers. Like, I don't think you can just go back into Mutas at this point, right? Like, there's... Oh, well... You know what? Who cares about that? Because you just have a few of your melee units walk into the natural of Cenderze. The drones do burrow. But, this base might just be dead. Like, what did I lose? Did I miss something? Oh yeah, I'm looking at the supply. It's 28 supply for Cenderze. I don't know when that happened. I guess that must have been with the big attack. I guess Naka lost all of his tech, but kept all of his army alive. And now we have Ling Ultra cleaning out the base of Cenderze. And Naka takes an epic ZVZ to win the series 2-0. I was looking at the supply. There's too much going on. That is going to bring it 2-1 in favor of 2-2 Furious. Where is this? There it is. Yeah, I've never seen Ultras or Lurkers in ZVZ. That was pretty sick. And now I can cross that off my bucket list. And next we're gonna get into AgGe against ZakRom. But before we do that, I do have to take another quick, like, 2 to 5 minute break, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's get into this game. It's going to be a PvZ here between AgGe and ZakRom. in the top right of Eclipse, in the purple Protoss, fighting for the Ash Clan and Too Fat Too Furious, it's ZakRom. In the bottom left, with the Lava Hatchery in the red Zerg on Team GOSU, and I think like the leader of iRk or something, right? It's AgGe. I'm not sure what AgGe's like race picking situation is. In the preseason, he was picking like the disadvantaged matchups like TVP, ZVT, and PVZ, but I think he's probably back to his like standard like Zerg, except it's PVZ instead of ZVZ. It's funny to me because like when he plays Zerg or Terran, like I would do like ridiculous cheesy stuff, like put a hatchery in your base, or like build a factory and then float it to your base. But then when he plays Protoss, he plays like super standard. A few seasons ago, I played him twice, and out of 5 games we played, he proxy hatchered me 3 times, and I always knew it was coming, and I couldn't stop it. So you know, I have some deep personal feelings about what it's like to be Protoss and play against AgGe. So we're gonna see how this goes. But it looks like this is like a 12th pool, I think. Yeah, this is a weird one for this matchup. Not quite, and it's like a bit later than an overpool. So I don't know. Like I'm like, look, nothing has happened in this game, and AgGe has already confused me. Meanwhile, from ZakRom, looks like a very normal gateway expand. Yep, like this is a super standard right now. I have no idea how it matches up against a 12 pool. I feel like it should be good. It should be okay. Oh no, we have ZakRom in the chat pointing out that he forgot the pylon. Unfortunate. But it's not too bad. Like, just don't lose the Zealot, I think, and then it's probably okay. You know, we do have 4 lings. Like I said earlier, like the Zerg makes 4 lings. Don't really bother with 1 Zealot unless you have absolutely godlike micro. Like you could win the Zealot and a probe, but not like that. Now this is starting to get scary. Now the missed pylon is going to be kind of bad for ZakRom. If this first Zealot does go down here, it's absolutely surrounded on the ramp. He's going to make it to the main, but I don't know about this. I mean, it's basically forced a few lings. I don't think that's worth it. And like you can see that ZakRom is trying to hide a Zealot behind the minerals, but you could fit like an Ultralisk behind these minerals on this map. Now ZakRom is scrambling to hold this wall while that cannon gets up. There's a ton of lings that are crossing this map. I really want to know what the 12 pool is about, but I'm worried that we might just see lings win the game here. Oh, and this is a nice trick at ZakRom having this probe hit the pylon. Although I guess when you have a Zealot, you can just hold position. But if you don't have a Zealot, you can basically hold position by telling the probe to attack. Alright, but the natural Nexus... Oh my god. No, I had caster vision, and I didn't even see the hatchery building in his base. What is going on? AgGe, stop! Oh no, and this is just miserable, by the way. Like, because what's going to happen is ZakRom is going to see this and then, like, pull units from the wall to go fight it, and then these lings will run in and kill the cannon. Oh my god. Like, let's look at Zak. I think, yep. See, you can see the creep here, but it won't show up on your mini-map. And it's, like, right on the edge of your vision, so you might not even look for it. Yeah, you gotta look for that scouting drone when it's AgGe. Oh my god, Sunkens. There's gonna be links in the main. Let's see if the Zealots are gonna go in, like, go up there. The Sunkens are gonna crawl out. You need like a cannon here to stop it, but it's already too late. And look, one of the zealots is pulled. I'm pretty sure Lings can get, like, one Ling at a time can get through there. Oh, no, this zealot is not a hold position. Where's it going? The wall is open. Sunken is going to make quick work of this zealot and these probes. It's disgusting. These two Lings are back here hitting the Stargate. Oh my god. Never. Yep, here we go. Alright, let's get out of the wall. And AgGe comes in to the natural. And I am about to have an emotional breakdown because this is exactly what I went through. That's going to be game 1 for AgGe. Or AgGe, I'm not sure how to say it. Oh yeah, ZakRom. He'll do that every time if you don't scout where the drone went. And we're gonna head into Neo Sylphid here. Alright, in the top middle, in the purple Protoss, once again, it's ZakRom. In the bottom left, winning yet another game with an in-base hatchery. It's AgGe in the red Zerg. Alright, so what is ZakRom going to do differently this time? I mean, I imagine they're going to get that pylon. Not get blocked. Probably gonna very, very thoroughly scout the hit his own main. Now, I really want to see what AgGe does with his build there. I'm still confused by the 12 full. I guess maybe that's it. Maybe like you're like planning to go for it for the proxy hatchery, so you don't need the spawning pool until that hatchery is done. I don't know, man. This could be a Forge expand from ZakRom. That's what usually happens when the Protoss builds the pylon and then continues to scout. Although whenever I say that, they just do the opposite anyway. Alright, are we gonna see that build again? Yep. 12 pool. He's like, I feel like you could have gotten the pool on 11, and then you would have still had the money for the drone when that third larva came up. You know, like asking about the turn rate. 20 looks pretty good. It is going to be a Forge expand from ZakRom to traumatize. Wants to get cannons in case there's a Zerg base in his base. And no hatchery yet. That would definitely scare me as Protoss. No attempt to get a hatchery, but actually it looks like AgGe just didn't want to deal with the pro blocking his natural and went to the third. We got 6 Lings from AgGe, gonna force a second cannon here. Ooh, but actually, so ZakRom went for the Nexus before the cannon, and like I'm never sure when I'm safe to do that when I go for it to expand. I just go get expand nowadays, so I don't know. Looks like it'll probably be fine. Might want to bring some more probes to block here. There we go. Does see the 6 Lings. Desperately trying to get this probe out of his base so he can do some bullshit that you've never seen before. Meanwhile, in the base of ZakRom, everything looks very normal. There we go. We got guys in gas. We got the core coming. The unnatural is finished. That scouting probe did die. Don't know if it saw the gas. Three hatcheries coming up for AgGe. So are we actually going to see a normal game? So far, it's pretty normal. Just a weird pull timing from AgGe. Oh, and we have a Hydra Den, which is both bullshit and normal. Probably going to go into a 973 here. Always a strong choice for Zerg. I feel like it's especially good against Forge Expand because it has like no chance of contesting map control. At least this early in the game. And with the scouting probe dead, I mean, ZakRom is going to have a hard time finding out that this is the choice from Zerg. Oh, and we're seeing it again. We're seeing this again, but this is from a Protoss on the other team, so it's not like a team GO.S.U pocket strat to go for the stairs and then get a goon anyway. It's like you can't even mind game them and be like, oh no, I don't have a Stargate at all, that's why I have to get the goon, because the Overlord is directly over the Stargate. So I don't know. I don't know about this goon. Meanwhile, the Hydras are starting to pull up here in the natural. I think it's... Oh, here we go. The goon. Is it going to get the Overlord? It's not even going to get the Overlord. Oh my god. It's going to be 2 shots away. Robbed. Alright. Second cannon here might help, but we're going to need to see a lot more pretty quickly. Does this Corsair take like double the time to build? Like, I can't... I feel like the Stargate's been... Like, I feel like I've been watching that Corsair in the production queue for a long time. And the Hydras have been spotted. ZakRom is panicking to get more cannons up. And I've said it before, I hate the natural on this map. Like, look, there's no space for your army anymore. We have a scout from ZakRom. What the hell? I mean, I guess they can shoot Hydras. Technically, it might help you out here. AgGe does not really force the issue too much. Doesn't try to dive on the cannons and kill Protoss. Wait, what? I guess that one Hydra was like 1 hex too far. Yep. Alright, I don't know why that one Hydra is too close, but this one's not. But anyway, I guess there's no range done. Yeah, okay, the range is not quite done. But the Forge is going to get forced to... it's going to get destroyed. The gateway as well. Oh my god. What the hell? Zach, what is this? Alright, the standard reaction to being 3 hash Hydra is to go for a fleet beacon with double Stargate scouts. What am I looking at? I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, we're seeing it. Gravitic thrusters. Faster scout movement. By the way, this upgrade is like 200, 200, and the fleet beacon is like 300, 200. So this is a 500, 400 upgrade, ladies and gentlemen, to make the scouts go a bit faster. Alright, so what could we do with the scouts? We could kill some drones. We could kill a lot of Overlords. Not going to be too handy at fighting Hydras, but there's not too many of them. Maybe we pick some off. The thing about 3 hatch Hydra is like AgGe just wants to drone for a long time because Protoss's offensive capability has been shut down. at least on paper, right? When you see 5 like each of these cannons costs the same as a gateway, so you know there's not going to be a ton of ground units coming. So normally, like, the Protoss tries to cut down on the cannons as much as possible and make more gateways so they can come out and punish the Zerg during this phase of the game. Could speed up upgraded scouts be another way to do that? I guess we're gonna find out. And at the same time, we have Overlord's transport coming with lurkers. So Aggie's gonna try to put some lurkers somewhere in the main of ZakRom and then walk them in. There's no cannons to scout for that right now. ZakRom is pulling up these scouts. Dude, look at how fast they are. Isn't that worth almost 1,000 resources? Isn't it so good? I like how Aggie has like this like whole arc of Hydras here to stop, I don't know, like a drop, I guess, to stop Corsairs coming in. I don't know. Look, this Overlord is about to get blasted. Oh, and the Fleet Beacon will let will let you get the +2 weapons upgrade on your air units. Oh, come on, go in. Annihilate this Overlord. Come on. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely slaughtered. Alright, so the scouts are wreaking havoc here on the front line. As you can see, I think one of them went down already. Oh my god. This probe is trapped to stack them. Oh, here we go. This third base, not super well defended. Overlord's getting annihilated. Aggie is the supply block. The Hydras are on strike. They're not helping out here. The drone line is actually getting thinned out here. Now there's nothing in the main, just these Hydras that are out in arc. Oh my god, take this. You build a hatchery in my base, I'll scout you. Alright, you know what? I've been memeing, but these scouts are getting some damage done here. Oh, here we go. They fly over the Hydras. One of them goes down. There's an undefended Overlord right here, bro. Just go for it. There you go. Trying to supply like Aggie, but there's so many. There's 4 bases now. There's plenty of different hatcheries to make a some Overlords at. We had that Spire just finished for the Zerg. We could see Scourge come out. I think it takes 3 Scourge to kill a Scout, so it's actually maybe not the best trade. I feel like once the Scouts are at a certain point, Scourge are just not the best way to do it. Pretty sure you can just park these Hydras here. Man, these Scouts are doing so much damage right now. This is amazing. We're at 3 more. There's 3 Stargates. Oh my god. There's no brakes on the Scout train. Look at this. Aggie's down to 21 drones. Meanwhile, ZakRom is just building up at home. I saw some more gateways. Got some zealots here. The Templar Archives is finishing. Should be able to clear out this army for too long. Okay, so there are lurkers. I know we had the drop upgrade. We haven't seen that just yet. Well, we haven't seen it used. Oh, Scourge got one of these scouts. Oh, Scourge got several of these scouts. Apparently, I underestimated Scourge here. Seems like Scourge are like just a little bit faster, even with speed upgrade. Oh no, we're down to 2 scouts. I mean, 3 scouts. Good thing we got 3 Stargates at home. ZakRom will have to get a 3rd base before too long. But Zerg is down to 19 drones. We're trying to bust out, but there are too many lurkers here to do that. The Overlord gets annihilated. No observers shall be sniped. Oh god, but the robot is just now starting. ZakRom's going to be in their base for a lot longer. Scouts going back for another pass. Storm is in production. Aggie's trying to drum back up. Scourge gets blasted. Hydra's doing such a good focused fire on these scouts, though. AgGe just parking them in the mineral line. There's even a spore at this 4th base. This Overlord's died so fast. Oh my god, AgGe supply blocked again. He was at like 100 supply at one point, or 100 like supply capacity. Just one Hydra. Came to the wrong neighborhood. Gets scouted. Oh god, Scourge everywhere. Trying to do some kind of micro here. There you go. Just click something there. Shot the gateway a little bit. Alright, the robo is done. Where is the observatory? It's just now started. Oh man, this is the really rough part for Protoss. Like, we've seen this several times today. Like, these two bases are going to mind out. Oh my god, there you go. The scouts clean up the last of the Hydras here. It's just these lurkers. As soon as an observer is out, these lurkers are done for. ZakRom will have to get like 2 bases and deal a lot of damage to Zerg. Ooh, Hydras catch the scouts in the middle of the map. Goon range is starting up back at home. 2 spores here, I think is going to be enough to make ZakRom think twice about going there, if you did see those. Alright, the observer is here. Scouts are going to try to kill his overlords, but oh my god, that overlord got blasted by cannons. Yeah, now there's no detection for Zerg. Scouts are going to clean up the lurkers, and tell you what guys, if you're ever frustrated about being lurker contained, just make scouts. It's fine. Protoss Ground Army is busting out here. Somehow both Protoss and Zerg have no upgrades on the ground right now. ZakRom absolutely desperately needs to get some bases up to continue mining in this game. Here, this one Ling kills the probe. Oh, no, Scout, what? There you go, there you go. Alright. So it needs to get like this base and this base right now. The army of ZakRom is trying to cross the map here to pressure the Zerg. I think there are no more lurkers left for AgGe. Okay, no, we just heard a couple burrow. We got some here. AgGe's not completely defenseless. This base is already almost mined out. Alright, ZakRom is here heading into the natural. There's only a few lurkers. A big storm on the Hydra. This is a ton of damage. Not too many goons to help the lurkers, but I guess the scouts can do that, right? How much Templar energy left? Looks like 2 or 3 more storms here. Oh my god, is there not enough to stop the scout army here? The lurkers are getting killed. The Hydras are falling. Is this... Are we going to see scouts win this game right now? I don't know. AgGe trying to backstab this attack. One Templar gets caught out of position, gets killed before he can storm, but the Zerg natural. No, never mind. Okay, this is starting to look like one of my replays where I win a fight and then the Zerg reinforcements kill everything. But the super expensive, highly valuable scouts do manage to survive. Are they going to get damage done on the map? Spore colonies here. Oh no, the scouts, I think like 2 of them fell to the spore colonies there. Somehow a probe is here on the map. Archon with 11 kills falls. There's another spore colony in the main. I have no idea how many scouts it takes to efficiently kill a spore colony. But ZakRom is still ahead in supply. Got this base up. Is getting this one up. Has a lot of gateways. Some of the scouts fell there, but it still looks like a good position for a Protoss, right? Like, way more workers, going up to 4 bases. Got that Templar tag. By the way, is this, like, this SimCity, like, I guess this works. Like, I always screw up my SimCity on Sylvan pretty bad, but, like, this is, like, 8 gateways. You know, like, these could be, like, a bit cleaner. We have, like, a second row, but, damn, I'm gonna steal this. I always do mine, like, in, like, columns, and that gets really messy here. Oh my god, Link's coming in here to the 4th base of Protoss. So it's scrambling to save this base. We have a... Nope, not a drone. Oh, there. We have a drone set up for a 5th base for AgGe. This base is basically mined out now. These bases on this map do mine out faster, so this one is also going to not live quite as long as Protoss would like. We have another big attack force here for ZakRom. Still no upgrades for Protoss. Uh-oh, it's 1-1 on the Hydras and nothing for the Protoss. Gotta make some forges to get those upgrades going. There we go. +1 attack finally starts again. And not any Templar with this army too, so not gonna be able to get too much damage done against the army of AgGe. We do have 4 bases up. Plenty of gas in the tank. Here we go. Oh my god, plenty of Templar. Okay. I said earlier, like, you kind of want like 4 Templar for storming. Some of these could be Archons, some of them could hang out at expansions as defenders, but you only really can... So it's hard to get use out of more than 4 in your army. It seems like maybe ZakRom has sniffed out that there is a base here in the bottom of the map. That is trying to clear out this space to take it for himself. See the Queen's Nest in production for AgGe. Do we have 2-2 done now? Is that what we're getting the, no. One goon is somehow misrallied. There we go, this 5th base from Zerg is going to get shut down here. And is the army from AgGe going to try to flank this Protoss force and trap it here? Or just let it go? No, they're going to try to counterattack. We have some units here. Oh god, the Templar are completely out of position. They go down without any storms going down. I think this base is going to fall here. Cannon gets picked up right away. The GT is killed. Probe count is basically the same now. We do have a base being rebuilt here for ZakRom, and now this little hit squad from Zerg is going to be a sandwich here. Actually, I guess this base will be saved. But these Zerg units definitely did a lot of damage. And somehow it seems that Zerg has found this base as well, and the Hydra's going to get here before the cannons can finish. They'll have to force a cancellation on those. Unfortunate. Like, we have a scout on patrol here, making sure that there's no... Oh my god, look at this. We have 2 scouts on patrol between these 2 bases and these 2 bases, making sure that no sneaky hatcheries are taken. We do have +1 attack done for the Protoss. Getting armor, but 2-2 is on the way from Zerg. Like, you know, here we go. We have a second forage finally done. No reason to attack this base. There's no mining here. There you go. ZakRom figures it out, but not before one of the observers is sniped. These Lings doing way more damage than they deserve. Another backstabbing force here at the third base of Protoss. And again, no Templar here, not that many cannons. Foot rebs are falling, but it looks like this Zerg squad will get cleaned up. Space is getting close to being mined out. Aggie has a Ling here to deny expanding there. But now ZakRom is taking this space, which is much closer to both the Protoss and Zerg fronts. Ooh, and the Greater Spire is coming. From Aggie. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. We'll talk about it later. We have ZakRom trying to break down the front door of the natural. Struggling to get storms out here. There we go. But the defenders from Aggie are very well spread out. Hard to kill with only a few well-placed storms. And oh my god, it's so miserable trying to attack Zuri like this. Like, look at this ridiculous arc of lurkers, static defense. Like, you just need Reapers to deal with this. Like, forget. Yeah, maybe like if your goons go from this angle. I don't know, but I wouldn't bother with that Reapers. It's gonna be so miserable. Oh, we have some units flying out here, probably to set up to make Guardians. I think Guardians are not that good. Like, it's not even gonna turn. Yeah, like it's not gonna turn the fight here, right? Like, these ground units are just going to kill this base. Like, Guardians, like, they might help you take out one base, maybe, but they're going to be really hard to bring along with the rest of your army, especially because I know there's still a couple of scouts on this map, like, and there's still 3 Stargates for Protoss, so they're going to make mincemeat of the Guardians. Like, maybe if we were seeing Protoss commit really heavily to the air, the Devourers would make sense. But Guardians, I'm not a huge fan of. And we're about to see, like, a handful of Lings kill this base. Oh no. Like, as a Protoss in a late game PvZ, like, you just need to put, like, Templar at each base, and maybe some Zealots on the ramp, like, just to buy time for your army to get back. Yeah, we saw those Guardians get completely blasted. I just don't think they're that good in this matchup. It's like, it might be like a cool finisher move. It's not gonna turn the game around. ZakRom does clean out this base, but oh no, all the mining is done. Never mind, there's just a tiny bit of mining left here at this one base. So ZakRom desperately needs to get another base online, like at least one base. Scout trying to clear out all these Lings here. Oh no, we have a Doom drop. Oh my god. There's not going to be anything here. Oh god, I hate this so much. Well, I don't know what ZakRom can do about that. Right now, he's attacking into the front. But look at how efficient this Zerg defense is. Ling's getting in the way of everything. Lurkers doing tons of damage from the back row. Storms on the Lings, but it hits a bunch of goons too. And at the same time, the Doom drop is here. This base is going to die in a matter of seconds with this many cracklings. Oh my god. ZakRom taps out, and Aggie takes a very a very hard fought game 2 to close out that series. But I think ZakRom won our hearts with the scouts. And now we only have one series left. And it's going to be the decider here because it is 2-2 between these teams. The final match is going to be Y2 Kid against HatcheryCake. Now, HatcheryCake has been in the chat today, so that's always fun to see. And Y2 Kid is kind of like in charge of the team that's making the CPL website. Helps to automate a lot of the processes for the tournament. So if you have had to re-upload your replays like 4 times, blame this guy. The green Protoss Y2 Kid in the bottom right of Sylphin. This is the wrong map. We're gonna hold on, guys. I think this is the wrong map, which is really funny because I think it's Y2 Kid's app that got the map order confused. By the way, Love Snow, I see your shout out. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. That means a lot for you to say that. Thank you. Okay, so on Saturday, I had this issue where the games were labeled incorrectly, or like the way that they were labeled didn't match up with the map order. We're going to watch the games in the map order, unless somebody who played one of these games can tell me otherwise. Because that was the correct answer last time. Okay. In the top right, in the gray Protoss, fighting for a GOSU, trying to clinch out the Tier 1 matches here, it's Y2 Kid. And in the bottom left, in the classic purple Zerg, it's HatcheryCake on 2 Factory Furious. Alright, so we've seen quite a few PVZs today, actually. This is going to be the 3rd PVZ. I cannot imagine we're going to see stuff that we saw in the last series. I don't think we're going to see Proxy Hatchery and Scouts, if I'm being honest. Looks like it'll be a gateway expand from Y2 Kid. Ooh, it's going to be a gateway on 9. I think, based on this placement. Meanwhile, it's going to be an overpull from HatcheryCake. Yes, it is a gate 1-9, just a bit more aggressive. Get that zealot out just a few seconds faster. And like, it's kind of funny to like take the mineral with this probe because it's probably not going to make it back to return these minerals to your base. So you're kind of robbing yourself of 8 minerals. Who knows how much that will change the balance of this game. You know, at some point in the development of StarCraft 1, when your workers brought back resources, they just like left them at the base of your town hall building, and then an opponent could bring their workers and just take your stuff. But at some point they decided that was not a good thing. We have Art of Turtle in the chat saying that the minerals is so you can return cargo, which I guess makes you like the probe like turn around to go home really fast. That's interesting. That's fucking GOSU. I did not even think about that. That's pretty sick. Uh-oh, and this drone's taking a suspicious angle here. I thought it was going to proxy a hatchery out here. So we have this first zealot. It's going to cross the map, and the probe is actually leading the lings away. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to, like, Pied Piper these lings with the minerals away from the base so the zealot can do more damage. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Thanks for telling me about that trick, Art of Turtle. It's going to boost my PVZ item more now. I know to return cargo on my scouting probe. First Zealot is going to get here. Now there's only 2 Lings, so I don't think HatcheryCake thought this was coming. A Probe and a Zealot can make quick work of 2 Lings. Definitely going to force more to be made here. Oh, but drones were just started. So the Zealot wants to head straight to the mineral line and terrorize these drones. But I think the spawning pool, it should be like 1 to the left and 1 up. I'm not sure if it actually is going to block in this little area. 1 drone falls already. The probe goes down with the minerals. There you go. It does look like drones can't get through there, but we got 3 kills on this. 2 drones and a Ling on this. This is huge damage. This is like what you pray for when you go for 9-gate. Pretty sick. And look, now there's Zealot. Number 2, the 3rd hatchery is coming online. All of these larvae are going to be Lings for a while now. Oh, sick drill, though, from HatcheryCake. You're really careful with these Zealots to not get drilled. One of them falls, and like I said before, you could fit like a 200 army behind these minerals. So there's no nice little nook for the Zealot to hang out. But still, look at that. That was more than enough damage. It's going to be an 8-worker lead for the Protoss. And like the Zerg's like plan is so screwed up now. Like the lair could be done, but we just have speed starting. The Protoss Natural is done. The cannon is going to be done soon. The wall is defended with Zealots. The Cyberdex core is almost done. The lair hasn't even started yet. Y2K is going to feel pretty good about this game so far. But look at that, 8 drones in production for HatcheryCake. Try to get as much of an economy going as possible before Y2K comes out with the next wave of Zealots. There are plenty of Lings left over from the first to defend for now. Y2K going for the standard Stargate here. Like, I think you were in the main long enough to know that it's not going to be lair, but you can still, like, abuse the fact that Zerg isn't going to have any anti-air here. Like, even 1 Corsair is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Zerg will have to get, like, Quick Hydras or a Spore or something. We do see a fourth hatchery here for HatcheryCake. Could mean we're going to try to get this into a 5-hatch Hydra kind of game. Does seem to be what we're going for, even though this gas was mined a bit early. I think it's a sort of an adaptation to flow back into some kind of normal build order after all the damage from that gateway first. Then the Corsair is going to be here to cross the map. Might be able to get 1 or 2 kills before any Hydras can stop it. Meanwhile, plenty of gateways on the way, so definitely going to be a fearsome Grand Army here from Y2K. There, 1 Overlord's going to go down. Very nice, and HatcheryCake is supply blocked. We're going to have 3 Hydras spawn here, so should be able to defend these. Oh my god, run! Oh my god, run! The Corsair does leave for now. Ooh, we have a second Corsair here looking for opportunities. HatcheryCake scrambling to get some Hydras up. Look at this. Y2K detects that there's not too many units in the base of Zerg. He's going to move out with these 5 Zealots. +1 attack is almost done, but it's not going to be Zealot legs. It's going to be a quick DT somewhere. There we go. So, bringing back an ancient build in the long-forgotten history of PvZ, like DT before Storm or Zealot legs, could also just be a mistake to knock at the Zealot legs, honestly. Crusaders still prowling here. Oh, and a super fast third base. Okay. I guess Y2Kid detects the Zergers like in defensive mode. I thought that these Zealots were going to move out, but instead Y2Kid's just going to get a really fast third. And like, look at the vision for HatcheryCake. There's no attempt at like scouting right now. Like just trying to hold on and recover from all this damage that was taken in the early game. It's like you're not even going to think about like Protoss taking a third base at this point in the game. This Link could maybe check. Alright, as soon as I talk about there being no scouting, the Link immediately goes to the third base. Ooh, does it? Does it? No, it doesn't even... I don't even think it would see up that ramp. Oh. Well, now it's going to see, but there's already cannons. 2 Zealots blocking the ramp, and immediately the Hydras are like, nope, 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 we're going to deal with that. But we have a... Well, okay, we have a decent number of Zealots. Again, with the SimCity in this... In today's cast. Look at this one pylon supporting all these gateways. Dude, I would need like 3 pylons to support all this stuff. Alright, oh, these Templar moving out in exactly the wrong time. One gets picked up by the Lynx. I think this one is not too far behind. We do have a DT here trying to fight, but 2 Hut Templar have gone down, and the third base might be safe, but HatcheryCake is busting down the Naturals. Only 2 cannons, 1 Storm does decent damage, forces all of the Hydras back. I think this DT might be the real hero here. But it's getting drawn away from the... No, what is it? I don't know, it's trying to go on the attack, but there's so many Hydras here. I think this base is going to fall. HatcheryCake absolutely will not tolerate a fast third from a Protoss player. Cannons being shut down as they're being built. Zealots being brought from the third base to try to defend here. The DT is doing great damage, but is it fast enough to save this base? I don't know. Like, probes are falling down. The Nexus has been right-clicked. Zealots still don't have legs. The Def Nexus is down. Oh my god, trying to do the Lurker block on the ramp. Doesn't quite make it. But the Lurkers themselves are still going to be a problem. The Observatory is only just now finishing. Oh, these Corsairs might be able to clean up a bunch of these overlays that were brought to deal with the DT. No, the Hydras come in just in time. The Lurker eggs are basically not going to be stopped whatsoever. The Lurkers finish. They're blocking out the ramp. The Robo is unfortunately down here, which is usually a good thing, but I think the Observer might get picked off as soon as it comes out. The pylon itself might get shut down. Oh my god. The Observer makes it out, and then it gets immediately killed and does a little loop. No. Oh, no, and Y2Kid leaves the game, I think. Okay, it was on top versus bottom, so we're going to assume that the GG was in the ally chat. It's going to be a exciting first game in favor of HatcheryCake here. Y2Kid had a lot of advantages, but got really greedy with a 8-minute third, and just immediately got punished for that. Alright, so we're going to head into the Sylphid game. Alright, in the purple Zerg, in the bottom left of Neo Sylphid is HatcheryCake. And in the bottom right, in the green Protoss, it's Y2Kid. Alright, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 9-gate again from Y2Kid. Maybe a 10-gate to be just a bit more economical. I don't imagine it'll do quite as much damage. Because I expect HatcheryCake will make more lings. I think what happened there was HatcheryCake only made like 2 lings. Didn't really confirm what was coming out of the Protoss and got surprised by the first 2 Zealots. Yeah, this looks like one more gateway expand of some kind here. Yes, one more 9 gates, so no reason to fix what isn't broken. That looks like another overpool from HatcheryCake. Basically the same pool on position 2. Nice. Looks like both players are going to scout the correct direction first, which is nice. So is HatcheryCake going to adapt and make more links this time? Well, I think this time they're going to get much quicker scout. We have a drone already out on the map for HatcheryCake. Could be used to make a hidden hatchery if the natural is blocked, but no. Once again, we only have a single pair of links made by HatcheryCake, even when the gateway is scouted. Wait, but there's no zealot. There's no zealot? I guess Y2K like just canceled it and is gonna get a Nexus? Oh my god, the balls on this guy. Ridiculous. No fear whatsoever. The gateway expand with no zealots. The probe did force this hatchery to be built, the third location. But that's not too bad for the Zerg. That probe does get killed, which is going to be a scary position for the Protoss to be in, given that they have no units. Okay. Oh, there we go. We have one zealot, about to be 2 zealots. Cannon is on the way. Oh, they might find a way to get in here. The zealot doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know how to get in there. Oh my god, there we go. So it looks like it's going to get into a normal looking game. Protoss is going to be just a bit ahead of where they would normally be with a gateway expand, I guess. But Zerg didn't take any damage either. Only has one guy in gas now. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I guess we got speed coming rather than a lair, so we could see some kind of ling aggression or maybe even a 973 coming. Well, what kind of tech is Y2K going to get? Cybercore is not quite done yet. Y2K trying to figure out where that third base is, and it's not going to be 3 Hatch Hydra because we're going to go back into 5 Hatch Hydra kind of game. So it seems like HatcheryCake is doing this, I don't know, as a reaction to the 9 gate or just in general, but normally in a 5 Hatch Hydra, you get those 5 hatcheries before gas at all. This time, what we've seen HatcheryCake do twice is get ling speed and then stop mining gas. So it could just be an adaptation against the very early gateway. You do see the Stargate, and we see a bunch of gateways. Seems like Y2K had a lot of money lying around. And I don't think HatcheryCake is going to see the gateways with this Overlord. Yeah, there you go. And the Citadel. This could intentionally be built in front of the Overlord to look like a normal setup. Or it could just be that Y2K had too much money somehow and just is building everything at once. We have a pretty fast Evo Chamber. It is going to get that ranged attack. There's the Hydra Den getting the speed. Got those 5 hatcheries. And now Y2K kind of maybe possibly spent too much money on the production. By the way, thank you for the follow. Too sexy for you. Enjoy watching your games earlier. Last game we saw Y2Kid miss the Zealot speed, and there it is, just a bit late. The ideal way to time it out is like Stargate, and then start a +1 on the Forge, and then start your Citadel. And then if you start the speed as soon as the Citadel finishes, +1 speed will finish by the same time. This is going to mean that the speed is a bit later. At least it'll be here at all, unlike last game. We got that first Corsair just scouting around here, figuring out what Zerg is doing, finding this base. So I want to get basically has a complete read on what Zerg is doing here. Ooh, actually, there's a ton of Zealots. I did not quite catch the count of Zealots that had been produced by Y2Kid here, which is really going to make this a leg upgrade be sorely missed, but +1 is still done. To make it very easy to clean up any links that come out here. The thing about this base is super hard to bust with Zealots, because of course Hydras can block the ramp and they all shoot because they're range units. And then while the Zealots are committing to this attack, we have Hydras from the other 2 bases come to flank them. Alright, the Zealots are moving out. Speed finishes. This is a lot of Zealots. So it's, like, as long as they fight in the open somewhere like this, not up on a ramp, they're going to trade very well. There's no sunks here. SimCity does not really block the Zealots out. Can we see a good drill here from the drones? Now we have a lot of Zealots on the Hydra Den. Could deny the lurker aspect. But with like 5 Zealots not fighting, the rest of them do get cleaned up. So all of the Hydras are still going to be around. This is definitely a nice move to deny lurkers, but 10 Zealots go down to do that, and most of these Hydras are still alive. We do see the Hydra Den being remade over here. Nope. But being remade in exactly the same spot. And now Zerg, they can't make more Hydras right now, but they know that they're safe because the whole Protest army died, so they can make plenty of drones. It's going to be a long time before Y2K can make another push out here. And is Y2K really going to get another fast third? Is that really what we're going to see here? And like, that was greedy last game after Y2K had a great opening. It's going to be kind of suicidal in this game. The probe does get killed before it can do that. I'm starting to get flashbacks to last game. We have only 1 cannon here. We have the robo being built in the natural. Won't need observers for a while, given that the lurker aspect was killed, but could lead to a similar looking end for Protoss. Going up to 8 gateways here. Gonna pump out a lot of units on 2 bases. Gonna get 1-1 upgrades with Storm. Always a threatening mid-game army here, but HatcheryCake has plenty of drones. Has upgrades of their own. Yes, what is this, like 6 hatcheries or something right now to pump Hydras out of? Oh god, this pylon blocked everything. I hate the tiny naturals on this map, man. Oh my god. Disgusting. You're just so stupid. The Y2Kid's going to take a much more moderately timed third base. Still like a little bit earlier than normal, but I think it's fine to take one behind your 12-minute push that we're about to see. Lurker research has been recompleted. There's going to be plenty of lurkers on the field. Oh, yeah, and HatcheryCake has more supply right now, so this Zerg army is going to be really strong. It's going to be down to the strength of the storms, I think, when White Kid takes a fight. Oh, this cannon's being built here. Yeah, White Kid, if he does want to fight, he needs to have all of his units together. Maximize strength in one area while Zerg has to protect all these bases. But look at, like, Zerg can protect 4 bases right now just by, like, sitting here, pretty much. That's so strong. So Zerg can concentrate their own army. Somehow there's a probe here. I don't know what's going on with this. But it will see this drone heading out to take the 5th base for Zerg. Do have a 4th base for the Protoss going up at this very defensible high ground position, and Protoss might actually be able to deny this base. Yeah, Y2Kid does force HatcheryCake to cancel. HatcheryCake can't bring his whole army over here that quickly. Y2Kid is able to deny that base for now. I'm actually looked at the production queue. There's nothing for Zerg, and there's all these upgrades and stuff for Protoss. We did see a shuttle. Let's see, some 6 storm drops or something. That is one of the ways to pick apart the Zerg who goes for this 5 Hatch Hydra kind of style. You don't have Scourge, so it's much easier to get shuttles around. But Zerg has decided it's enough fighting on the map. They've brought the whole army here to the Protoss base. The Lurkers getting set up, picking off a Templar, keeping the reinforcements stuck inside their own base. But Protoss is here with a huge army. Where are the Templar? They're all in the back. They might get caught by these Hydras. We do have one at the 3rd base. These Templar do make it to the fight, but the Lurkers down here have done so much damage. You need those storms there to help deal with the Lurkers. It's hard to keep this Protoss army together with so many units that move at different speeds. This is looking really good for HatcheryCake, just left alone for too long. Powering up so hard on these 4 bases. 62 drones. Actual insanity. So many Templar fall down without really getting their full value. Shuttle isn't really able to drop if there's no Templar. Now these 2 bases for Protoss are in critical danger here. Protoss is in danger of being absolutely shut out. 17 Hydras in production from HatcheryCake, and then right back up to 19. Cannons being denied. The ones that are built won't cover from that angle. Trying to get these Lurkers while they're undefended, but there's just so many Hydras. With a 2-2 on these goons, it's not going to be nearly enough for this. I think Y2Kid's going to get shut out. HatcheryCake just droning up like a madman. And then holding down the H key as hard as possible, absolutely overwhelming the army of Y2Kid. The 3rd base is basically worthless, but probes were transferred to the slightly hidden 4th base, which is nice. Corsair somehow manages to get a bunch of overlords in the middle of all this. Gets shut down. And there's no splash here. The gateways haven't been re-rallied yet. Hydra's just making mincemeat of all of these gateway units. White Kid, GG's out, and HatcheryCake is going to take the final series of the day, 2-0, and that's going to bring the final score 2-3 in favor of Too Fact, Too Furious for the Tier 1 section of this match. And that is going to be the final game for me tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the followings. I'm going to find someone to raid. Make sure to give them some love. And then I'm probably going to cast again on Saturday, so tune in for that. Make sure you tune in for the official cast of the matches of the week on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then all the other various casters you like to cast. And I cannot make Twitch load. What is going on? I was about to ask if Twitch is down for anybody else, but obviously you all can get here at least. Oh, come on. This is weird. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find someone to raid really quick, and my browser is not cooperating with me. What is going on? That ZVZ was pretty sick. We actually don't really check the content of the matches when we go to match of the week, so it's not really like, oh, these are the best matches, right? We kind of pick whatever group you want to cast. Okay, well, I can't get Twitch to load up. I can't find somebody to raid. Let's see if I can bring up Twitch on my phone to find an active channel. No, I want. Oh no, I'm struggling. This is terrible. Alright, well, clearly it's just not meant to be. So we're just going to log off. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.